moving on to a drill that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but it's a good one for multiple reasons. Okay, so it's called Dink, Drive, Block, and we're going to have a pattern of that. This is a cooperative drill, so we're not necessarily trying to beat each other yet. We might turn it into competitive as we go through it. But to start off, we're trying to make choices in the shots that we're hitting as we're playing. So it's about staying calm, making that choice, and actually choosing the shot that you want to hit. Rather than always just reacting, we're choosing, I want to drive it, I want to block it. Okay, so the way this one's going to work, I'm going to demonstrate it with Porter to start with, is we're both going to be up at the kitchen line, okay? And we have this pattern going, whereas if I dink the ball to Porter, he's actually going to be able to, he can step back a little bit and do a short drive at me, so kind of an attack. My whole goal is then to block it back in the kitchen, okay? So I'm not counter punching right now. I'm just purposely choosing to block it and try to slow it back down into the kitchen. Porter then will dink it to me, and then I can attempt to drive it at him, okay? So we're coming up with this pattern. We know what's happening. We're not catching each other off guard right now because we're trying to work on being mentally aware of the choices that we're making while we're playing. So dink, drive, block, dink, drive, block, dink, drive, block, dink, drive, block. Okay, so trying to follow this pattern, I do want some fluidity in your movement. So some of the times when we're dinking, we're going to be hugging this kitchen line, but other times, if I see he's going to drive it, it's okay for me to take a step back, block the ball, come back up again. Okay, one more time. Dink, drive, block, dink, drive, block. Good. Good. All right.
Nice.
Questions?
Okay.
You ready to give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
All right, let's go. And I find it's useful sometimes just to say it as I'm doing it.
Okay.
Until I get comfortable with the pattern.
Got it. All right. Dink.
All right, dink, drive, block. Oh, we got off our pattern. That's okay. Dink, drive, block. Nice try. Don't be afraid to step back.
When I see
if
him.
you know he's going to be driving it at you.
Okay.
Take one step back.
Okay.
Dink, drive, block. Good. Dink, drive, block. Good. Nice try. Dink, drive. So when we're driving, right, I do want you focusing on taking your time to hit your best shot. So stay nice and low. Keep that paddle out in front of you. This is not a full, baseline drive. This is a little mini drive up at the kitchen line. Okay. Dink, drive, block. Good. Dink. Bad. Stay forward on your weight when you're dinking. Drive, block, dink. All right, drive, block. There you go. Nice try. These are great blocks. It's mixing up of the paces of the ball, right? It can be really challenging. Good. Dink, drive, block. Nice shot. Dink, drive, block. Dink, drive. Bring it back under control. Dink, drive, block, dink, drive, block. There we go. Dink, drive. Good. Dink. Good. It's looking better. You're finding yourself moving forward and backward a little better, reacting to the different paces of the ball. Dink, drive, block. Good. Dink, drive. Nice shot. One more. Last one. And we'll talk about it. Dink, drive, block. Dink. Good. Dink, drive. Good. That was better. Okay. So what are some of the things you're recognizing?
The pattern is hard.
The pattern is hard. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of that pattern.
The one after I block, the next shot. Yeah.
The dink.
Yeah.
The dink.
Kind of bringing yourself back down like, oh, okay, dink.
Right. So making that transition between different kinds of shots.
Right.
Right, is challenging. So that's one of the reasons that I like this drill, is because, yes, we're not going to go out and do this pattern on purpose in a match, but we do want to be mixing up the types of shots we're hitting, right? So we want to be in control enough that I can switch between a drive to a block to a dink and keep that same momentum going, right? Rather than always having just keep the same shot the whole time, right? So all of this is about training our brain and our body to be in control while we're playing and making actual choices. So after you've practiced it with the pattern enough, now we can go without a pattern. So what that means is we can go ahead and drive it a couple of times. We could block it a couple of times. We could dink it a couple of times. What I like to do for this one is if once I block a drive into the kitchen, then my opponent, or my partner in this case, should dink it to me, and then I can drive. But if they can't block it into the kitchen, I can keep on that attack. So again, kind of recognizing even at a faster level, that transition between, I get to keep attacking because they're not getting this ball in the kitchen. Oh, they got it in the kitchen. What should I do? Probably slow it back down again. Okay? You want to give that one a try? All right.
You want to go ahead? Are you?
Yeah, you go for it. You're in it.
All right. So no pattern, just choose the right shot. Okay.
Good. Nice try.
Never get into a firefight with a young kid.
Right? There you go. Nice work. Way to stay on the attack that time. Dink. You were thinking about driving it.
I was.
Good. Way to bring it back under control. Remember, Porter, once she gets that in the kitchen, it's probably your best option would be just to dink it back. Good. Good. Nice work again. Way to bring it back under control. All right, we're going to take a breather there because I feel like we're now reaching, right? We're stretching a little bit and we're trying to hit shots that aren't necessarily there, right? So that's not the purpose. The purpose is we're still trying to figure out the best shot and the best choice. Yeah, try it again. Whoa, way to hang in there. All right, we're still looking at that dink, drive, block kind of pattern.
Sorry. Oh, you're good. Oh, I see, I missed that opportunity.
Nice. That was a great little attack. Porter counterpunched it instead of blocking, right? Part of the drill is to try to block. Good. So I do like you focusing on blocking rather than counterpunching in this drill because a lot of times it's easier for us to just stay on that offense and to counterpunch, which is a great shot, but we want to be able to make that choice. If we want to block it, we should be able to block it. Okay? So one last time, dink, drive, block. Those are our three choices that we have to hit. Good. Yes, great blocks, Porter. Yes, there we go. That was much better. Really good blocks. Nice little attacks. And good attack there. Way to have your paddle up. It's tough. Last one. Great block. Yes, I love the block that you just hit, And what I really like though is once he blocked it back in the kitchen, you recognized it and you just dinked it. You didn't just stay on the offense the whole time. So that was showing me that you were more aware of the choices that you guys were making in that drill. So start with the pattern, dink, drive, block. Once that becomes comfortable and that's more cooperative, then you can turn it into a little bit more of a competitive situation where you are mixing up those types of shots and trying to choose the right one at the right time.